Nights podcast, episode 31. Where this week we've got ourselves Final Fantasy VII. Popstar Katy Perry comes back, but yet the other one still has yet to go. A rerun of a past Mod King event, the Henne Mines,
Well, at least that gear's
and
still pretty good, so...
yeah, it's still pretty good. But we'll get to that in a couple of minutes. uh, and also talking about Steel Castle, that what Gumi has put out for us to know about this. I'm Panda, your host, and this week I'm joined by Awesome, somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat.
But this week we're gonna start off with Immortal Flame Katy. We finally got the blue dress. Oh boy. So, her TMR is Everlasting Fantasy. It is a materia that increases your MP by 20%, magic by 30% when you equip it with a harp. This is very
Not really,
And,
it's not that bad, considering she uses a microphone.
yeah, I get that. It's just harps with magic. Yikes.
I mean, every Katy Perry and Ariana have always had harps,
Yeah, I know.
and they've all had magic on it, but there's no, like, super high-end harp with lots of magic on it, so...
No, that's the one issue about that. And decreasing your chance of being targeted by 50%. The STMR is an accessory with HP 20%, Spirit 20%, and enables Encouraging Aura, which enables 4 different abilities, which we will get to in a couple moments.
There we go. So, Encouraging Aura has the 25% chance, because it is in a single ability, to cure all status ailments to one ally, a 25% chance of removing all debuffs from one ally, a 25% chance of restoring 25% of their HP or MP. I mean, not or, I meant and MP. And the last one is 25% to increase attack, defense, magic, and spirit by 100% for 3 turns to one ally.
It's very weird, honestly.
I don't know, I think there's 2 of them in there that are very nice where it makes it actually useful.
The others just...
They're kind of trolls, yeah. The good ones are the restoring HP and MP, mainly because of the MP by 25%, and then there's the remove all debuffs.
Oh yeah, that one's really good.
I wonder if all
The one
debuffs
thing
count the imperils or not.
The one thing I really have to say about this Katy Perry, you're pretty much rolling a dice the whole time.
Yeah, but for beginners, she's fantastic. Even the low
I'm
rolls.
just saying, I get that this is for beginners. I'm just saying that's the one downside. That you're pretty much just hoping that you get one specific thing.
Yeah, if you're trying to one-shot someone, you're definitely going to be doing the whole reset game if you're going to use her.
It's actually fixed. Did you know that?
Oh, does it start the match over from beginning?
No, if you do the reset, it'll keep on doing that same consistent damage. So there's no changing it because it's already predetermined. But the main deal with this Katy Perry, like I said, it's pretty much a roll of the dice. Her Fortune Luck of Draw has a 40% chance for both attack and magic debuff with a magic hit, and it's a 55% break. And it's also another 40% for the defense and spirit with the same magic attack. That's pretty good in a way.
I'm sorry, but the thing that sucks about this is because it's attack and magic or defense and spirit and not just levels of it, it really, really hurts because if you're a newbie and you're using her, you want to probably break attack and magic 99% of the time.
Yeah, which is really the thing that kills it. Then there's the all break.
I'd rather have a more consistent 45% than this 55% inconsistent one.
She has Entrust also. It's pretty nice.
Oh, and Trust is amazing. And Trust is something that you want as much as possible if you can get it.
And her LB is actually pretty cheap. It's 20 crystals. at 7 star.
Which means she can fill up someone who has 50 crystals.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait, or did they fix that?
No, it just goes by the bar.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I know in JP they fixed it. They'll do that later, probably on global, but right now they haven't.
But then there's also Fortune's Anyone's Call, which will have a buff for all allies of 100% for attack, magic, or defense and spirit, or all of them at once. And it also chains with Tornado for the, I believe that's only for the 20% one.
I won't complain about that because it is a tornado chain. So I mean, the buffs are just a bonus. So.
Or I think all of them chain with Tornado. I'm not sure because.
No, there's Divine Ruination and oh yeah, all of them are tornado chains. All three of those are tornado chains. It's just the skill's a tornado chain with the buffs attached on top of it.
Okay. Then there's also Jackpot, which is a 10 times modifier and can restore all HP and MP just to Katy Perry. Enables triple hit and black magic and gives you, and it's a Divine Ruination skill.
So the problem with this skill right here, just to point it out, is it's not dual castable because it's not a fortune attack, which is kind of disappointing. But the reason why it's disappointing is because most people who use Divine Ruination are going to be doing it twice, not once.
Then there's also the Fortune Out of Luck, which is pretty much, it's already explained right there in a nutshell. You're pretty much going off of luck. 8 times modifier, 12 times modifier, and 16 times modifier, which, woo-wee.
Yeah, the modifiers, even the 8 times modifier is really good, so.
It's also a non-elemental, which is kind of.
It's good and it's bad.
Yeah, it's very niche.
So the reason why it's good is because you don't have to worry about elements. But the bad thing about it is there's actually sometimes, well, a lot of cases where elements are either better to have,
nulled,
or
they get nulled.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm saying where. So that's the reason why it's good for it to be non-elementals, because an elemental can be nulled. The bad things is elementals chains modify quicker, so they end up doing more damage. And B, you can imperil a unit getting even more damage out of the character. So it has benefits, it has its downfalls. But the fact that she can dual cast is kind of useful. Because even though you aren't going to do it with, for example, Transterra very often, she can dual cast Chaos Wave skills. But that's after casting that one cooldown ability.
It's pretty. It's good, but again, like we said,
very good for newbies.
So
if you're a new person, I would definitely avoid getting the STMR and keep 2 of her. Is how I would do it. Because she's not going to
step. For veterans, just get that STMR.
If you're a veteran, you're probably not going to use her truthfully. She's not consistent enough, and her benefits.
We've had quite a bit of mages that can do Chaos Wave.
Yeah. If we'd gotten this instead of the last Katy Perry, this would be a very useful unit because Transterra was pretty much the only mage at the time that did Chaos Wave. But now we have. Oh yeah, Christine.
I don't know.
Wait, wasn't Christine Advanced Chaos Wave?
Yeah, Grimlord Sakura.
So there was Grimlord Sakura, and there's. Well, yeah, but Grimlord Sakura was limited, that's one thing that sucks. But now we have not only Grimlord Sakura, but we have Sophia, we have Ellie, we have Ultima Seraph, we have Transterra, and it's been increasing more often, so.
One thing also to say about this, for this Katy Perry, at 7 star at 105, she gets Freeze, Flood, Quake, and Tornado. Very nice, I will say. The one issue, like how it is, it's below mod.
That's a pretty standard modifier. It just sucks that her stats are poor, because she's basically the do all end all like magic user because she has all the elements to chain with, which
But
makes it
doesn't
really
have the. She
useful
has.
for clearing story content.
I agree.
It's just too bad her stats are pretty poor. If we go back up to her stats, this is why they're poor. 169 is her magic stat. For a 5-star, that's about 30 short normal.
One thing I will say also, like how your Ice God is saying, the STMR is pretty good because it's HP and Spirit, 20%.
Yeah, it's too bad it's an accessory. It'd be more useful somewhere else.
It's like like how he says, like Domino's boots or a Gembu ring.
Yeah, but it has no magic on it.
But again, if you're a veteran, you're not going to be using her.
I understand, but even for a beginner, it'd be nice to have something with magic on it for her that doesn't require a harp, because like you said before, harps are kind of not very good for magic damage. So if they made the Empower earrings have either magic on it or make it a hat. If they made it a hat, it would have been very good, because we can replace STMRs and TMRs now. You could replace that materia with a better magic materia and put on the Empower earrings instead. So this should have been, in my opinion, a hat, if they're going to leave the stats the same. And if it was going to be an accessory, it should have like at least 20% magic.
I'm still going to go and say it's still good. I don't mind that it doesn't have much for... I don't mind that you're losing magic and such, because you would have different uses for this. But once again, I'd say veterans, just get it. Remove the buff. Encouraging aura. Encouraging aura is just random though, so it's still good because it just casts it, I believe. I have yet to get it, so
I'm pretty sure it's an ability you have to use.
Oh yeah, ability, yeah. So yeah, it's optional. You don't have to use it.
I'm curious how much it costs.
Yeah, so honestly, it's really not that bad, because when you're using this, you can choose to use it. It's like being, what's the unit? Like Sylvie in a way. You can remove debuffs or cure the ailments, or you could do a buff. Although the buff may be weak, it's it pretty much is a gamble. Yeah, at the end of this, I will say also, this Katy Perry also has a Kingsglaive chaining LB. It's an 8.3 mod at its base, but becomes a 11.8 times modifier. I just really don't like this. It's not worth pots at all.
No, it's not worth pots, and more, it's the fact that it doesn't give a bonus to anything really useful. Magic only increases a small amount, and sorry, but that buff is really poor unless you are very early player.
Bring up your map, by the way.
Sorry. And again, most Kingsglaive trainers are also dual casters.
Yeah. I just wish they kind of boosted that buff you got for your stats, the attack, defense, magic, spirit.
Should have been 120%.
Or at least as it like base 120. Then if you actually raise it,
it should have been base 100, and then it goes up to 120.
Yeah, that would be. Yeah.
Because for beginner unit, that 120 is a very good buff. It would have been useful. It would have been comparable to Kuroa, which is why I'm saying it should have been 120. It's because Croa can do that. Yeah. Thank you, Steam. For...
Big pupper hours.
Anyways, Katy Perry is a very good unit, especially for beginners. If you are new to the game, keep 2 of her. You can always make her STMR later. She's a cheap unit to level. She's a cheap unit to awaken. Just in general.
And Gumi, good job on actually making the unit good.
Yeah, again, she's a blessing for clearing regular content, and she chains with so many families that if you have a friend unit who has a mage, she's likely to chain with them. She even chains with people that aren't mages as well. Alright, on to the event that she is again. Because she is free.
Hits. The pop hits is a wave battle event. Oh boy, I haven't heard that in a while.
Oh boy.
It's your usual. You go in, you're just redoing the same stage until you get the fragments that you need, pretty much. And it's only one thing. Woohoo! You just have to keep on running this again and again and again.
That's if you decide you want the gear.
Which we will say it's no. Just
the microphone would be useful if you're a new player because of the fact that it is a harp.
Yeah, let me see real quick. There is a microphone with 75 magic, with 30 spirit, and 20% magic on it also, which is really
Isn't
nice.
the 20% magic tied to her though?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
So you'd be dual wielding a Katy if you're trying to get the most out of magic. The frosted gown, 20 magic, 10% HP. That's pretty good. Anyway. And it also boosts your magic at the start of the turn. There is also the Lucky Clover hairpin, boosting your spirit with 12 magic, 12 defense. That's actually kind of good for a hat because it's a 12 magic hat for beginners. That's really good.
Yeah, the magic one. It is the best harp in the game. There's 3 versions of the magic, the microphone harp. There was the one from the previous Katy Perry event. Do you have that up on you right now?
Oh, I do not, but...
Okay, let me look it up real quick. Okay, so... Go ahead and just keep talking about this banner, I'll find it.
Then there's also an accessory, which gives you 30 MP, 5 defense, 5 spirit. It's really not worth it. Because there's better gear, and you can actually get better gear just from doing the story for this, for something that's better than this. So this is not worth your time. That's pretty much the only thing I'd say that's not worth your time. You can also get a materia, which gives you HP, defense 15%, and restore, and gives you MP refresh. The Popstar microphone is Evo Mag. By the way, awesome. Is what Ice God says. But for the materia, it's kind of niche. It's good for starters in a way because it has MP refresh, and MP's a pain to get.
Okay, so update. The Katy Perry from the previous event only had 40 magic on it, but had 10% evocation magic, which is why it was considered a good item before. If you are new and do not have that, I recommend still getting it because finding evocation damage on anything really is kind of...
is a pain.
It's very uncommon. So...
just keep in mind, the Fortuna's Fate, you can only get one of, so... kind of sucks for people that actually want to, like, if you actually want to make one. And Katy, oh really? I thought Icos had Evo Mag on it.
I do not believe it does.
I think it was just Spirit, probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, for this event, farm it if you need the stuff. It's good to have. You will get 4 Katy Perries from this, which is nice. So
Yeah, you need 2
you get
Katy
your,
Perries to make a 7-star, so.
and 2 more for the STMR, and you get a 50% Moogle.
Again, if you're new, do not combine them. Use both of them.
And one thing also about this, there is no end period for now. So expect the Katy Perry to be there for months.
It'll probably be there till the end of the year. It's probably how long the contract is.
Yeah, it's probably going to be up till December again. HP Shout and Frosted Microphone are the best high-use mag one-handed harps in the game. What about Elfums? Doesn't Elfum have?
Elfum's it's a 2-handed harp.
Well, again, I'm just saying for magic stuff.
Be better to have 2.
Oh no, hers is spirit. Elfum's is 125 spirit.
Yeah, most harps don't have much magic damage at all. That's why. That's why when you
Gilbert.
went. Oh God, Gilbert! Isn't that attack?
Is it attack?
I think it's attack.
Let's see. It is yeah, 76 attack, 41 magic.
Yeah. The only one really with magic on it, lots of magic, is Ken's STMR. And that's, if you pulled 4 of her, I'm sorry.
She's better.
But that one has 194 magic.
Yep, which is nice.
Yeah. Apollo's harp is not terrible, but again, it's a 2-handed, it's 110 magic. So, but it would still be better to run 2 frosted microphones than that.
Besides that, if you need the stuff from this event, farm it. If you don't, just get your Katy Perry's and bail.
I would say the only thing good in this event as a farmable item would be just the microphone, because you can get going through the story, especially since season 1 is half price for energy. Half price energy, whatever, half energy. You could probably get a much better robe through that and get more lapis. So.
Oh, Roy's STMR.
I think they're.
Oh, Spirit Wise.
I think it's gonna say that's Spirit again.
Yeah.
Alright, off to the Henne Mines, the repeats banner.
So, this event was one event I did not do, or was here for. It has some pretty good stuff in here. So, there's the Adamant Vest, which is a light armor that comes with 50% fire resistance, but you lose 50% ice resistance, and gives you 10% HP. Amazing for anything that you need elemental resistances. Oh lord. The hentai mines.
Okay, I just gotta double check something.
There's the Zodiac Spear. Get this immediately. This is an amazing spear. If you don't have RNAs or any other 2-handed spears, get this. It's not an elemental, high attack, and it's 2-handed. It's gonna be amazing for your anybody that uses spears. The Zwill crossblade. I can't say that, but that is a dagger with evasion. As you guys know, evasion is blessed. It's a 5% evasion dagger. It's a good one. It's still evasion. Evasion weapons are good.
5% is going to be the more common for weapons. There's only been one 10%, which if you missed it, you missed it again. It's the what's the katana's name again? Himori.
Shiranui. Shiranui, or something like that. But also,
Kiyomori.
Oh yeah.
Kiyomori was it?
One thing also, Mod King Shop and Mod Minister will be updated on Friday, because they just crossed between events and shops.
Yeah, we
Which
did
was a
get these
bad
events a
time.
little early, so.
It was a bad time. But the Holy Rod, you can easily pass on this. It's a Holy Rod with 15% MP, 53 magic. You can still get better stuff.
The only reason I would say that anybody would want to get this is if you're going for
MP.
parameter missions.
That is true.
Because 15% MP is really nice on base, and then if you take it through the item world, which who knows when we'll get that back, it'll be useful by stacking MP on top of it.
That's when you bring up the soon trademark logo. But for that, that's pretty much the stuff for it. The only things I would get is the adamant vest, Zodiac Sphere, and the crossblades. That is the only thing that's worth of it.
And the tickets, of course.
And the ticket, yeah. The usual. Get the stuff you need and bail. And remember, Zorgaboths are bonuses Ash, Wrastler, and Von Helsing. Yeah, the MP's not bad, but it's decent in a way.
Yeah, that's why I said
the only thing is for parameter missions, really.
Unless you're really burning through MP, which we have a lot of units that help with that nowadays. Back in the day, it was extremely useful because it was a lot harder. Also, they basically, as long as you do a little bit of the arena, you get handed elixirs like candy.
You have a candy. You have a candy. Everybody have a candy.
Yeah, I think I have like 400 elixirs now, and I just don't use items that often, so it feels weird.
Let's change that.
Anyways, the Henne Mines, useful if you haven't done it. If you already have, didn't you say that there was? No, I guess it wasn't in this one.
So for this one, the Henne Mines, if we do happen to have the challenge returning, which God, I hope it comes, but most likely won't. It has manufactured nethicite. Oh my God, you want that so badly. I wish I had it, but I don't.
It's one of those rare items that is extremely useful because it's such a rare ability on any users. I think there's Rena.
Only Celeste.
And Celeste are the only two.
Yeah.
Rena has it too, but she's a limited time unit. I mean, I remember taking Celeste into battles with 5-star just because I could use that ability over and over and over again.
Yeah, I just want it, man. I really want it.
Alright, well, now let's go on to the main hype of this time frame, Final Fantasy VII units.
The real hype is Red XIII.
No. Well, the 7 units are the hype. He is actually extremely baller right now because of the buffs they got him.
So Red XIII, he has a TMR called Seraph Comb. It's a feather, or yeah. It is 50 attack, and it comes with an effect called Sato's Story. It increases MP by 20% and attack by 10%. Oh my God, this thing is amazing.
Well, it's useful. There are a lot of options for accessories now. But yeah, it's one of the higher attack. It's the highest attack TMR currently. If you're not using True Double Hand, this is probably a great option. Like if you have Xenos. But if you're using True Double Hand, you might still be wanting to use like Martial Glove or what's Sephiroth's TMR?
Masamune?
No, that's his STMR.
I think you mean Axstar.
Axstar, yeah, sorry. Axstar's TMR.
Rush Glove.
Rush Glove. So yeah. I think it was a trial bonus, so that should come later.
It is a trial. It is a trial.
As long as they bring it. Did they? Was there? Oh, they didn't bring the trial for Final Fantasy VI, did they?
No. They
Oh
didn't,
crap.
so I'm hoping to God.
Because that's
I'm
a good
hoping to
robe that we
God.
missed out on, or if you missed out on, you missed out on. Because that was what,
Yeah,
20% MP with high,
40 magic.
yeah, 40 magic and 40 spirit, 40 something spirit.
God,
The
that thing
great
was so
mage
good.
robe, yeah. Why didn't they bring that?
It's Kefka's clothes, or I don't know,
Why didn't they bring that thing in anyway? That's disappointing.
because it's Gumi.
Yeah. Anyways, the second, his STMR
STMR.
is his limited moon, which is another accessory with 60 magic, 30% MP, and high tide.
Lord bless
100%
this
fill
thing.
rate. Yeah. Um. Yeah.
It's God tier. I love it.
That is
It's too
definitely the
good to
highest
pass.
attack.
It's too good to pass up on.
Nah, I could pass up on it if I had for what's it called? Draco Laswell's. That one I think is god tier. 55 attack with true double hand and evasion on it. God, that was stupid.
Also, the limited moon high tide is 100%.
Yeah, I said that already, but yeah.
Yeah. So Red 13, he's the start of Stardust Ray. You're gonna be seeing this a lot later on. But right now it's just
Well, it's him, it's 2B, and it is now Lilla. Yay, Lilla!
yeah, dude, the best unit.
Oh, and
Yeah.
Sabin, of course, too.
Man, Kuja would be so he would be appreciating this.
And now Lilla has actual partners.
Yeah, Layla can chain.
The equipment's actually pretty robust. He gets fists, katanas, great swords, swords, and daggers. So
All common.
all the better of them. And then he's basically got hats, helms, clothes, and of course accessories. It'd be nice if he had more options for the clothing, but yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of yikes. But I have Luneth's clothes, so
Yeah,
I'm fine.
the better the things are usually clothes anyways right now. It's just not
Yeah.
defensively good.
So I will say this: Stardust Ray, it's good that that he has these three elements, because what you can do is
they allow him to imbue
does,
those elements. So now Stardust
does he
Ray is an
not
elemental
imperil?
chain.
Does not? No, he does not
It
imperil.
imbues. It imbues.
I know, but I'm asking if he imperils.
No, he doesn't.
But yeah, you would imbue, have an external imperil, then you'd be chaining with Earth Ray, which got buffed by
Massively.
by 2 times modifier and reached up to 16.5. That is really.
So it can actually get
really
higher
good.
than that because there is a bunch of abilities that add bonuses to Earth Rave. One of them is the cooldown, Spirit of Seto, which gives a 2.5 times modifier to it, and also, what is it? It's Howling Moon. You probably won't use Howling Moon much because why? But definitely Spirit of Seto with a 2.5 times addition to it. For 3 turns anyways. His LB also gives him triple cast and a 3 times modifier to Earth Rave. But remember, once you use his LB, you have to restart the modifier because you will be breaking the consecutive increase.
Yeah, just plan out on when you're gonna boost your mods, because also at the same time, Spirit Seto, you can use double limit with that. And if you use Overhowl first, and then use Spirit Sato, you'll have triple limit, and you'll have the modifier boost. And so you can have triple limit, and you can use an Imbue and Earth Rave, and bam, bam, bam. You got yourself a Pretty
So
nice.
the thing that's nice is Spirit of Seto is also dual castable, so you're
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah. I
Use
don't
double
remember her
limit.
being able to doing that, but the
It
problem is
was.
Spirit of Seto is on turn 4, so
Well, at the same time, you're going to be building up your mods, so
true.
it pays off. Just keep in
As
mind, we're entering battles that are really longer now.
yeah, his base stats are his base bonus are pretty good. He gets modifiers basically to everything. Defense and HP, attack and MP, defense and spirit, which of course confuse, thank god. That's like the worst ailment you have to deal with. That and stone.
One thing also, he does have imperils, but it's on his LB. If you max it out, you'll be having a 100% imperil of fire, wind, dark resistance. It's somewhat cheap, or somewhat expensive. It's 30 crystals, so
That's not cheap. That's not expensive. That's pretty
mixed.
average.
Yeah, it's average. But it also unlocks triple cast for 4 turns and gives it 3 times the modifier to
Earth Rave.
Yeah, so what you could do is use the LB, get triple cast. You can use Spirit of Sato, and then you'd get the LB, triple limit, get whichever element you want, Spirit of Sato, then Earth Rave, and that's what you would max out with.
Actually, you'd probably use the element first before you did the LB because it is a 5-turn.
Oh yeah.
And you wouldn't want to break. You'd want to get as much in Earth Rave as you can. So with Seto and then 2 Earth Rave casts, you would get it to up to 2, and then the next one you get all 3 on Earth Rave and max it out. So 2 turns you'd max it out.
So it's pretty simple in his rotation in a way.
Yep.
If you get him, he's gonna do really good.
He's stronger than Axstar currently in his current setup.
His TMR, STMR, both great. So if you didn't want to use him, you still get a great TMR.
Yeah, and he does have 150 true double hand in his equipment too. So.
And he does have pretty good stats for a 7-star. It's pretty good because he's not poor defense or spirit like Regina.
Yeah, but her finishing is just stupid.
Yes, I'm just making a joke of Regina.
I know.
Yeah.
She is the epitome of a glass cannon.
Fire! Anyways, moving on ahead is Aerith. Oh boy, I hope she can equip katanas.
Oh, didn't you know? She, as long as it's Masamune or whatever, Sephiroth's TMR goes right on her her chest equipment slot, right?
Yeah. But
no,
that was a gag in JP.
Yeah.
When it was data mined, they put in that Aerith could equip katanas as an armor piece, so it was a good meme.
It was a good meme, yeah.
So Aerith has the TMR Planet Whisperer, which is 50% spirit and increasing LB gauge by 2 per turn.
Decent TMR. It seems to be stackable. Not the most amazing thing ever, so I wouldn't like pull for her TMR, but if you get her, it's good TMR.
Then there's Aerith's Choker. Oh boy. 60 spirit, resistance to dark by 50%, auto refresh, and planet defender. Oh lord. Increasing modifiers for holy, holy retaliation, unholy darkness, holy blade, holy mind, holy saber, holy zap, holy, and ancient holy. Good lord.
Yeah.
And increases spirit by 60% also.
Hey, do you have an idea who this would be good on, Panda?
And Citra.
I guess that works with her too. I was actually thinking more of the old Lilla.
Man, she's Citra.
I think I'd use Lilla over Citra.
Real waifu hours, man.
Yeah, too bad Kuja's not here. We could shove it down his face. Anyways,
she's a really strong healer. If you don't have any of the 5-star healers, pull for Aerith.
her best feature is probably her LB. Her LB is the literal reset that people used to call Ayaka's. Cures all status ailments, revive all KOs, restore up to 100% HP.
A full heal.
Yeah, and cure attack, defense, magic, spirit breaks, stop, and charm is also cured, and auto revives at the end. So even the characters that died before will still get the auto revive.
God.
It's
So
pretty
good.
freaking strong. And yes, that is the biggest reason to have her. Her abilities themselves are actually very good as well.
Lots of re-raising.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of re-raise. She has a 60% spirit break, which is pretty useful. Not the most amazing thing ever, but 60% is always useful to have. She can prevent breaks from attack, defense, magic, and spirit, and give a small barrier.
Boosting attack by 110. That's pretty nice. Also, and giving LB dodge.
It's fine. I mean, it's the best for any healer in the game.
Planet Protector is really good because it's just because it's 30% general mitigation, not physical or magical. It's general because there's normal, there's general, physical, and magical. They can all stack.
Yep. And also like guard is a different kind of mitigation as well.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, there's all that math if you really want to.
Oh boy, Jacob, you need to pull on this banner, man. You're still with a Rosa and Refia, man.
Well, Rose is a great MP battery for beginners especially, and Refia, I mean, she's fine. Rose is definitely better than Refia in my opinion because of her MP batteriness.
Refia did it better back then.
Refia back then. So
Okay.
she has a light resistance buff for 50% that includes a heal. If you were going to do regular heals, you probably wouldn't use this one much. If anything, you'd probably use the Prayer to Cetra if you're needing a heal because it heals for 2 turns. Starts off with a Kurada or Kuraga, which whatever it is, and then goes to your Kuraja for the next turn. So that allows you to do whatever the heck you want for the next turn.
So she also gives re-raise while curing stop and charm, and the other one gives a 1000 HP barrier.
So
that
her
is
big
really nice.
problem is the fact that she can't prevent stop or charm though. Just a heads up.
Remove it.
I know she can remove it, but a lot of the times you get really hurt when your tank gets stop or charmed and they're still getting hit. Your team's getting hit while they're just standing there. It's useful to have a cure of it because it's better than not having the option, but a prevention would be very nice to have.
Yeah, it's nice to have, but we're entering fights where they break your resistances.
Yeah, resistance break is extremely useful. The next auto revive, in my opinion, is one of the better auto revives. It gives a barrier to the entire team
Oh,
of 1,000, which that's an okay barrier because there are the barriers that are more common are like 3,000, but this is on a skill and not a cooldown, so it's extremely useful. A double limit basically just allows her to cast pretty much all her standard abilities.
besides Miracle of Life or Stop Detach or Dual White Magic.
Yeah. The stop
Miracle Life is an
detach,
AoE. Oh,
as long as your entire team is not buffed, you're going to want to use Overflowing Life to avoid wasting dual cast, because this is not dual castable with White Magic or with Double Limit. The new enhancement that got added was the fact that Earthly Healing could be added to the dual cast, or the Double Limit, which is basically, it's kind of a reset to an extent where it gives you all your HP and MP back, and then you're going to be healing over 3 turns.
So, one thing I gotta say is, Ancient Holy. Good lord.
The damage is ridiculous.
Yes, it is ridiculous, and people use this in trials for whenever they want to do a big burst or want to push multiple thresholds.
Or just use her as a finisher because it's spirit scaling.
So if you, oh god,
So-
you are gonna do a lot of damage with this.
You can make her a healing finisher, which is kind of ridiculous. I will admit that is a very nice option to her, because
That'll be really good for Lich, by the way.
because nudging in finisher is extremely hard. So usually you have you either have to sacrifice something. It's usually you're sacrificing a buffer or a healer to get in a finisher, which those are hard to do. Because you're going to want your tank, you're going to want your breaker, and you're going to want your chainers, unless you're, of course, I guess you could use other units for chaining too, and just use finishers for your damage, but still. She has 2 forms then with this ability. Oh, and
Also, oh, sorry.
with this
Go
event, she can finish the final boss with 1 hit of Ancient Holy if you can keep it going for 5 turns.
Spam re-raise.
Yep.
Spam re-raise on her.
Still pain in the butt though. Takes too long.
Yeah. But besides that, her kit is really good, so she holds up. If you want to use her and have that LB ready, just have an Entruster.
I don't understand why they even bother doing this though on the first passive. Why didn't they just increase those skills right off the bat? Just leave it, because that's the very first level. So dumb.
Yeah.
By the way, she does have a counter called Unshakable Resolve, and it counters after getting hit with magic, and it gives you magic mitigation of 20%. Not the greatest, but can't complain about it, so. She also has the standard white magic, so she can do regular re-raise if you need to do something like Dispel. It's the only reason I'd ever use anything on here, except for like if you're using her as an attacker, which I wouldn't recommend unless you're doing her to finish this current trial, or the current event. You'd probably want to stick with the dual limits, because they're much better. So, would you pull on her? I'd say if you don't have a 5-star healer or you're using Ayaka. She is a large leap from Ayaka. No, Folka. I'd use over her. I wouldn't use over her, but I wouldn't pull for her if I had Folka. I wouldn't pull for her if I had CG Fina either. She is a better. Yeah, she's a better healer than both of them, in ability-wise, because she has a lot more options. But still, I wouldn't focus on this banner to get just her for that reason. If you're pulling for Mog King units and you happen to get her, she's fantastic. But if you have anything but Ayaka, or you have any 5-star but Ayaka, I'd pretty much say I'd pass on this as the only healer.
And talking about bonus, here comes the Temple of Ancients. It's a King Mog event. Aerith and Red XIII at 7-star will give a 200% bonus. And at 5-star to 6-star, they will have a 100% bonus. with Barrett and Kate Sith being bonuses of 75% and 50%. Oh boy. If you
It,
saved your things, you don't need to pull.
yep, that's kind of one of the reasons why I'm like, it's really hard to say pull for these units.
Yeah. For this, there's the event points. You get a maximum of 600, 400 if you keep on doing legendary, and you will get these coupons or the 5-star special ticket.
So I know that a lot of people complain about these EP points, but there is a benefit to these EP points. They give you a decent amount of coupons, and they require no bonus units to get the max EP points, event points.
That is true.
So if you don't have the tickets to pull, or you
just have
flat
really
out don't want to, or you get off luck, that works too.
Then get it. Just
Yeah.
do it.
By the way, Jacob, yes, Kate Sif is awesome, and he's amazing in Arena if you're going to be one of those
He's a
troll people.
You
'Cause
spam his LB.
you max out his LB and you spam it. It's one of the stronger deaths in the game. It's either that or Vanilla. I can't remember which one's stronger.
It's Kate Sith now.
Yeah. But yeah, it's 75% death.
Mm-hmm.
So you can get his LB up pretty easily, as long as you don't accidentally cast him on the first turn. So basically, first turn you can pretty much kill everyone.
If you max it out, it's a 90%.
Oh, it's 90%. 70% starting then, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah,
It's nutty.
he's a troll in arenas. So yeah, can't complain about that.
Besides that, for this event, you have the Hypno Crown, which is 20 magic, 20 spirit, and no sleep. There's better stuff, but it's there. I just get it if you need it.
You get better stuff from just doing the story, in my opinion.
Yeah. There's the Gygus Armlet. You can only get one, keep in mind. 30
It's okay.
Attack, 30 defense, but is only equipable to males.
It's okay. I wouldn't chase this.
Oh boy, the TMR for this mod king is Doctor's Garments. It's pretty good.
What's the pharmacology bonus again? Yep,
It
healing potency items 100%. So
it increases item usage.
I wonder if that stacks. Because you also have what's the guy with the box on his back who gives the 40% with that as well.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of his name, but I know who you're talking about.
I'll have to look that up.
But that's a good TMR. Just get it. Any TMR that's on there, just grab it.
Unless you already have like 3 of them, you can probably avoid it then, but
still good to have. And it's also pretty high spirit because it's a 38 spirit. There's Siren's Robe, which gives 40, but still, it's pretty good. And the usual, you just get your tickets and you bail.
So his name was Ilias?
Ass.
Ilias.
Ass.
Anyways, it was a 40% spirit with increased potency of healing items by 100%. So 200% bonus with those 2 items, and I don't even know if the TMR stacks, but I don't know if the potency stacks. That's the problem. I want to test that out actually. I should do that. Anyways, the Moogles are very useful. Up to the 80,000, I wouldn't bother. That's too much. Especially if you're working on trust coins. The 500 ones I would always buy if you're doing trust coins at all, because it's 5% to some units. One of them's going to be Kate Sif. I don't know what the other 2 are going to be. I have to look.
One's Barrett.
Yeah, that's the 8,000 one because he's a 4-star.
Right now, we don't know because
it hasn't come out yet.
The shop hasn't opened.
I wonder how they got the fact that they knew the Doctor's Garments.
It was probably from actual JP.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that could be subject to change. Could be.
So don't quote us.
Then there's the usual. They have the King Metal Minotaurs, the ones that are maxed and ones that are not maxed. Summon tickets, 4-star guarantees, stuff like that. Just the general stuff you normally get. If I was to say getting anything on this banner, I would, if you want the gear, I would definitely put that as a final option. I truthfully don't think they're really worth it, mainly because the males only kind of kills the Gygas armlet.
But if you don't have accessories for attack, get it.
Yeah.
Because most of the DPSs are males.
Really? Not really.
Most.
Okay. And the Hypno Crown is just, you're gonna get something similar in story, not too far down the line, but
get it if you want.
It won't hurt. It's useful.
It's always nice to have gear for hats because,
I'm pretty sure there's another Hypno Crown, but it's an FFBE, and I think it's worse.
It is. But that's what we gotta say for that. There was also a issue report from Gumi saying about the Steel Castle. We're gonna be getting compensation for this later on, and it will be put up again.
Hopefully soon.
Soon.
They said within the week, so it sounds like it's gonna be next week, but.
Yeah, but they had a big bug, which ate your weapons.
I'm glad they got rid of it early, because I would hate dealing with contacting customer support. No offense, but customer support sucks.
If you did happen to lose your weapon, sign into your game, force close it, and sign back in, and it should pop up back. If it is not back, contact support immediately. One thing also, we do have our campaign for the 3rd anniversary, and that will be, it's been starting already, so we are currently on day 2, and coming up ahead is like EX tickets, Lapis, King Metal Minotaurs, expansion vouchers, Guild, Trust coins again, and by the end of it, we get a 5-star guaranteed ticket. And there's also the FF7 login bonus, which will give us, it's going to give us a premium 10+1 ticket, and that premium 10+1 ticket is a 10+1 with all golds.
Yeah, I can't complain about that. That gives you a really high chance of getting more than one rainbow.
It's all golds or above. So, good luck with that. I mean, I've had horrible luck with those.
You know what's going to be really annoying, though? Is you're going to pull that, and they're going to all turn blue, so you're going to have to watch every single one of them crack.
Oh, I realized that.
I like the cracking thing, because it kind of makes it more, like, tense, but... Yeah, but when you start pulling, like, multiple pulls, it gets
annoying.
Really annoying. Especially when you get the bonuses, like, for example, you remember those banners where they gave you the 10, like...
% Moogles.
Yeah, and then the Cactars, it's like, every single one of them's blue, and it's like you have to wait for every single one of them to crack, so even when you tap it, it takes forever to get through.
Yeah. Besides that, I think that's all we got for this week. Oh, the Fountain of Tickets is brand new also. It is $14, I believe?
12.
But, $12 USD. It comes with a 5-star EX ticket.
They give that to you at the very beginning, too.
And after that, you get 3-star tickets every day.
30 days.
It's worth it because you're getting a rainbow for $12 and you're getting tickets, which you can save.
Yeah, the problem is they are EX tickets, so they're not going to be able to use on a specific banner. You're going to be pulling off the entire poll every time. You can get lucky and pull what you're looking for on the banner, but the likelihood is kind of low.
Yeah.
When I say kind of low, it's very low, especially with the fact that the pool keeps growing.
Which makes it harder.
I really wish that they would continue to give us that every month, where every month they gave us the Fountain Lapis. Yeah, I wish it was more of a subscription type thing.
Yeah, that would make them so much more money, but you
Yeah,
know.
whatever. I mean, they're just gonna keep getting only whales, buying Lapis, Panda. I can't say
wait,
anything. I
I'm
have
sorry,
my
what?
moments too.
Dude, Myra's amazing.
Congrats,
I love
Myra.
Myra.
I wouldn't mind a Myra. I got another CG Fina on mine.
You do not know my nightmare for a Myra.
I know your nightmare from a Myra. It was funny. Just like your nightmare from Rydia. Ugh.
I currently have 9 Aurora Fravias. Ugh. And only 2 Myras. It hurts. But besides that, if you're here on the stream or watching this on YouTube, subscribe, follow. We have a Discord down below. Or for the chat here, I would put it up again.
Yeah, and if you are active, we'll actually let you join in on the conversation as well, so...
Yeah, we always interact with everyone in there. You'll see me rage pull at times.
Yeah, the problem is nowadays you rage pull, like, offline. You don't do it on video anymore.
I know. But at times I do. But...
Yeah, and if you want, you can go watch an old video on Twitch where I failed at doing the bonus stage for an hour because I kept screwing up. I did happy fun times. Oh, I'm in front of a camera, so now I'm gonna do everything wrong.
But yeah, that's gonna be all for this week. Next week, I'm assuming it's gonna be a raid. It will either be FF7, Secret of Mana, or Octopath Traveler. It's gonna be one of those 3.
Oh, also a side note, screw you, Gumi, for not giving me my Explorer Eileen.
Yeah, EX Eileen will not be getting 7-star as it has been confirmed by Gumi.
Well, they said we do not have any current plans.
They're pretty much saying she's not getting one.
Remember, maybe
they said that to Elza.
Maybe
said that to Elza.
I know. That's like the only 2 freaking banners that they don't make 7-star, which makes me sad.
I want my 7-star Elza.
Oh, I guess Vargas didn't get a 7-star either.
Neither did he.
Huh?
Vargas.
Is that the only 3 that didn't get 7 stars?
The Thief.
No, but those weren't
Juggler.
5 stars, were they?
They were, I believe they were.
Oh, only the what's it called? The fencer chick was a 5-star.
Fencer.
All of them were 4 stars, other than her. So okay, so there's 4 of them then. God, they should make her a 7-star though.
Besides that, if you guys enjoyed this, like, follow, subscribe, join in on Discord. I'm there. He's there. We're all there.
We're on way too much.
Yeah, way too much. Especially me. Anyways, you guys have a good one. Take it easy.
Have a good evening.